All right, cool. So welcome again to another episode of Africans Talk Football TV. Salam, Gabriel, how are you boys doing tonight?
Good man. How are you?
Right, man.
Good, man. Just want to say happy Easter as we're just coming off Easter Sunday here. Hope everybody was able to have a good time with their family and all that. If you do celebrate, just want to say again thanks to all of our friends out there who've been rocking with us, whether this be your first episode or whether this is your third season, as we've been on season 3 right now. Thank you again just for being here with us as we go through the Premier League season and world football season. Right now we still got Champions League coming up a little bit later in the month, so we still have some action there. There's still FA Cup going on as well, so there's still domestic tournaments. There's going to be the Euros this summer, so we still have action-packed summer. It's going to be a lot going on, but just honestly want to get straight into our teams. We had a long international break, so we didn't, see our boys for a few weeks, but everybody was back this weekend, and it's weird. At least on our front, all of our team had games that ended up in draws.
Yep.
Um, as our friend Yasser says, some draws, hold more weight than others. Even though to
Mm,
me they're all 1 point, but we'll talk about that, I guess, as we talk about our teams. But honestly, we could just go, in chronological order, just because we all did draw. So the first game, at least out of our teams, was Saturday, and it was the Chelsea match. So I'll just go ahead and start with the 2-2 draw, which was at Stamford Bridge against Burnley. For me, I'll just talk for me
Mm,
because Mike isn't here.
mm.
It's just another subpar performance, in my opinion. Burnley quickly went down to 10 men, in the first half, and we weren't able to capitalize and do anything about that at all. It seemed every time we scored, they retaliated within 5 minutes, so y- y- there wasn't any real dominance of the game, even being up, that extra man. So for me, it's just another showing of how Pochettino wasn't able to manage, the squad well enough to beat 10 men. And this is Burnley. This is a team that's at the very, very bottom of the table. This is a team that is coming to our home. We should feel confident in getting the 3 points. And you, it was one of those things where you go up and they equalize. You go up and they equalize. That doesn't show the qualities of a team that should be competing for trophies. Even though we are, it doesn't show the qualities of a team that is serious about taking that next step. So another great showing from Cole Palmer. He converted on the penalty, and he also was able to score in the second half, very clinical in the box. But we need more of that. Again, our team's just not clinical. We did have a few chances. Being up that extra man, we had a lot more chances than Burnley. And somehow we just weren't able to put him away. Mudrick needs to do better. He had a great week last week, or not last week, but the last time he was on the pitch, for us. But there's no consistency. I know he did well in Ukraine. He scored a goal there for them to be selected to the Euros for the first time in I don't know how long. So you see glimpses of what this team can be. You see them go and on international duty, they're still keeping in form. They're still scoring goals, but somehow when it comes back, there's just not that. It just doesn't click the same from week to week to week. So that's the issue with me. And I mean, this season's been a dub, but like again, we have to see City in the semis for the FA Cup. So it's one of those things where we still are fighting for trophies. And I feel like if we want any chance of potentially even hanging with City a little bit, we need to be more consistent in these week to week battles. So when we do see City, we do have some sort of form and some sort of positive attitude within the club. So for me, I'm saying it was lackluster. I think we should have done way better. And a lot of that's on Pochettino. You're up a man. You should be able to manage a squad to beat a very, very, very low on the table Burnley. So that's kind of how my take is. I don't know if you guys were able to watch the match or if you saw anything different, but that's really all I gotta say.
I mean, I think it's just poor. I think it's just, I think it's just piss poor. Honestly, it's Burnley we're talking about, and they're down a man, and you still. I think it's just piss poor. I'm sorry, it's terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
This,
No, I mean,
I
bad.
guess I don't even know what else to say about it.
Yeah,
I don't need to watch the match. It speaks for itself, honestly. You can look at
yeah,
the events, the time of events, and be like, really? Okay. So Burnley just away.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, exactly. You can look at
That's
exactly
insane.
what happened and be like, this is.
Away from home, that is insane. I mean, good for them, man. More credit to them. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from them, but
yeah. I think this season for you guys is just all about finding the guys long term you can lean on. Because I think starting with Cole Palmer, I think that there's a player you can build around. You got a few pieces like Gusto, um, Enzo. I mean, yeah, I mean Enzo, and I think Nicholas Jackson has been a little bit better, but I still think that you may need a better striker in that department to ultimately get to where you guys want to get to, unless he just takes a massive leap forward next season. But some of the positions that he's finding himself in, and the fact that he's not able to finish in those areas is a little concerning. But um,
So
yeah,
interesting enough on that point. I didn't mean to cut you off, but so interesting enough because Lukaku still has, I think, another year on his deal, and
yeah,
Roma doesn't want him back. And
mm,
so technically, I'm not even technically, like, he has to come back to Chelsea this summer.
yeah,
I see a world in which we keep him and we don't loan him out, or we don't try to sell him to another team, because we still do need we still do need a striker for real, somebody that is proven in the league. And I think having him be, even if he's not the starter, even if we keep Nicholas Jackson as our starter, if we have Lukaku in the locker room, if we have him at training, somebody that can teach Nicholas Jackson, because if you look at his last 2 years in Rome, or in Italy, he's been balling. Both of the teams he played for, he was scoring goals, and it's still Lukaku. You know what you're going to get with him. It's not like you're getting, a top-notch technical super striker. You know what his liabilities are, and you know what his strengths are. So I feel like with this team, we have a whole bunch of young kids who can run. We really only need him to get into open spaces in the box, because we have a lot of wing play where crosses are coming in from our outside backs, like our fullbacks, and just from the way we play the ball. So
yeah.
I think if we keep Lukaku, that could solve. It could be a short-term band-aid. Like, I'm not going to say it's going to be something that propels us now into top four conversations, but it is a band-aid that I think would help our team for real.
okay. So, question for you. So, say he's here right now in this team going forward. Who do you think gives you the best chance with him or Nicholas Jackson to score goals? Like as
I
of right
think
now.
I think if we're in, so I'll say it this way. I think in the Carabao Cup final, I would have
Yeah.
started Lukaku, because that's
Mm,
somebody who I know can score goals and has scored goals in big moments. Nicholas Jackson had chances. You know what I'm saying? Like it was an open game, but us versus Liverpool, there were times where we needed somebody to just get in the box and score, and we were missing that. Honestly, we were just missing that. I think Lukaku in those sort of games, he's perfect for. And so it's one of those where I honestly think if we had it, Lukaku wouldn't be our main starter, but in matches like that, and you never know, he could come and start balling for no reason.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think having Lukaku on our team would matter in games like that. In the bigger games, I think we can rely on him. You know how sometimes, like, we used to think we could rely on Sterling there, but now we're starting to get away from that. I think Lukaku would fit in our team to be that type of striker.
Mm. I don't know. I don't know if he can save you.
I'm not saying he could save us, but with the team we have now, we have no, like, we have no real leader. That's what our team is missing.
Cole
It's a whole
Palmer's your
bunch of
leader
young
right now.
talent. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of young talent running around, but no one's really done anything crazy. Like
Cole
like
Palmer's your leader right now.
Did y'all see Tim Sherwood talking to him about the team needs to build around you? He said, "I know you
yeah,
can't. I know you can't say it, but I'll say it.
yeah,
They
no,
need to
no,
build
no.
around you."
But I mean, it's clear the team needs to build around. I mean, Cole Palmer is the Mason Mount that we wanted. No cap. Like we wanted to
Mm.
build around Mount. That was the game plan. And for whatever reason, injury happened, and then the sanctions happened, and then he didn't know what was going on with his contract. And that's in the past at this point. It's 2 years old, but we wanted to build our team around Mason Mount and Reece James, and that broke down. We have new ownership now, and we cleared house from the old regime, and now this new Todd Bowley squad is all right. Let's buy a whole bunch of youth and see what happens. We found our little golden goose with Cole Palmer, so we are clearly gonna build around him in the future. I believe that 1,000%. My issue is we still need a striker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we still need somebody that we can rely on to consistently get goals for us that is a little bit older. So that's why I want to buy a striker because Nicholas Jackson will be good for us in the future, but he's still a project. Like our whole team is a project, and I think it's fine to have a project in the midfield with Caicedo and Enzo. It's fine to have a project with Mudryk and Cole Palmer on the outside. But if you have somebody up top that can solidify and be like, hey, give me the ball, let's score a goal. In those moments this year where it's been, we've been up 1-0 and we need to go up 2-0, or we've been down a goal and we just needed to get that one, even though we've been, attacking all second half. It's been those moments where it's like, damn, if we just had a striker, bro, we honestly we've had 5-6 chances this half to score. We just don't have anyone that can put it in the back of the net. I think that's what our team needs. And until Nicholas Jackson can consistently do that, or he grows up and starts to score goals in big moments, I think we need like just a striker, bro. Like I think the rest of the team could be a project, but striker and keeper, or like if you have two of those, then you should be all right.
I can agree with that. But I still don't think he saves him.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't think he saves us, but I honestly think he'll be a band-aid, and I think we would get some production out of him in moments that we didn't get this year. I
Yeah.
honestly think we will see a little bit more production in those bigger moments, but it's just been one of those years. It sucks because I think I said this a few weeks ago. I thought this would be a quick transition. Once we got Bully, I thought it would be our maybe 1 year trash, but then second year we'd be all right. But being that we're at the end of the second year, I'm just like, damn, we really haven't made that many steps in the right direction. It's honestly just been a stagnant
Tell me
year.
about
Like,
it, man.
like we did a whole bunch of shuffling of the cars,
Yeah.
and we still have a weak hand. You know what I'm saying? We haven't been
Right.
we haven't done anything to get a better hand either, though. So I can't even say that it's all been stacked against us. So it's one of those things where this summer we really got to go to the drawing board and be like, look, let's try to put the books in our favor for real, because we have pieces. Like this year for the first time I can say in a long time I see that we have pieces. Mudryk I think is a project, but I like what he has. Again, Jackson, I like what he has. Cole Palmer, I think he's going to be the guy that leads our team to actually starting to get to where we want to be. Our back line is still a little iffy, but we're getting there. So for me, I'm starting to see what we want to build. I just think we need to tighten up a little bit more. Get some of those Sterlings, Cucurellas out of there and start figuring out who we can, I'm saying, get in the right positions for real. But we
Speaking about speaking about getting people out of there, do you have anything to say about Chelsea rumors of wanting to sell Reece James?
Yeah, I figured this would come up.
Mm.
I mean, for me,
They were listening.
yeah, no, like for me,
Uh, this
I'm,
pod has been right many
what I'm
times.
saying, like I've been indifferent to Reece James just because that's really
Mm.
been, my slime for real. Like once we got the new guys of Chelsea, and once the Reece James and that whole class started to come up for real and starting, that was my guy. Even though he fooled us with his hair for a little bit, I was still rocking with him. But for him to not be on the pitch, 70% of the year, it's you can't have your star player not be available for 70% of your games. And when he is, he gets red cards here or there. So now he's out 2-3 games here, and then, he gets another knock, and then it's this, and then it's that. So I'm I'm ready to move on from him. If we can get a good price. And this is the thing: we've sold players that didn't pan out with us. Look at Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Look at what that he's doing over there at AC Milan. I wanted Ruben Loftus-Cheek. You've seen me multiple times defend that guy on this podcast, saying, "Look, it's a player there. He could be that type of guy for
No.
us." And it just ain't pan out. Now he's gone to AC Milan. They play a little bit different there. He's panned out. He's been healthy all year, and now people are gassing him like, "Oh my gosh, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is the midfielder that it
Yeah.
would be every team's dream." It's like, no, I've been seeing a player. It's just he wasn't able to stay on the pitch. So for me, it would be one of those things where if Reece James leaves and we get a good price from him, I would hate to see him leave, but I would want for him to pan out somewhere else. And I think that's what it is. I don't know what it is about Chelsea, but whenever players come over here, and it's been multiple players over multiple decades. So it's like I can't say it's one medical staff or this medical. It's just been a Chelsea curse. Like we get players, and for some reason they get hurt. They just get hurt. I mean, you can look at it whatever decade you want. We get these high rated, high profile players. I mean, luckily this kid was coming up through our academy, so we're kind of able to nurse it through the years. But still, it's just like for Reece James specifically, he needs to be on the pitch. He was our cap. He was named captain this year, and he was gone by the fourth match of the year. So for me, it's like, dog. Now what? Now what are we supposed to do with you? Then you come back, whether or not you're rushed, and then you get hurt a week later, and now you're gone for another 4. So for me, it's like we can't rely on you not to be our captain, definitely not to be our starting right back. So we go get somebody like Gusto who looks good, who obviously is a project, but for what he was able to do in 1 year, you saw the progress from the beginning of the year when he had to start to now you see the confidence on how he plays. So for me, I I've said this before in our chat. I think if Reece James comes back, he has to earn his spot back. It's not just like a walk in the park. It's not like he comes back and we're like, oh, okay, Reece, cool, yeah, yeah. No, like Gusto is the starting right back as of right now, and if you can find a healthy way to get back and actually fight for your job, cool. Come on, like I want that healthy competition because I want Reece to start. Technically, like he's better than Gusto, but if you can't be on the pitch, bro, like what is there's no entitlement here.
I say
It
so.
really isn't.
I say cash in on him, and then I think he would be better served at a place like City.
And
Where he,
the thing for me is
Here's the
Bully already done
protocol.
shown that he wants to get all these guys out. All the academy guys. He's talked about Gallagher. I mean, Christensen was an academy guy. He got him out early. So
Yeah.
the only two left are Gallagher, Reece James, and those are the only two real like academy guys that are still here for this year. So I can see a world where Bully gets both of those guys out over the summer. I'd be mad at it. Don't be mad. I would be a little upset, but that would be the last of the, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
the Roman Abramovich era.
this is
And
not your time.
what's up?
I was just saying. No, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying it would be the last of the Abramovich kids, and it would be all Bully from there on out. So I think I could see a world where that happens. You know what I mean? So once I saw that rumor, it made sense to me. I wasn't mad at it. We've been seeing Gallagher rumors all year. So this Reece thing, he's been hurt all year. We can cash in. If we can get 60 up for him, I'd be willing to take that. I'd be willing to take 60 right now because, I mean, at the top of the year, he was listed at like 85. He hasn't played all year. So if I can get 60 mil for him, that'd be healthy for me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think a place like City where he doesn't have to play every game, like he could just be a part of a good team, like another player who's just kind of like, the icing on the cake. But as long as Connor is starting, y'all not doing anything. I mean, but yeah, I feel it though, because the academy kids are the only ones that are going to give you, the straight profit, and also it goes straight into your transfer budget because they're homegrown.
Mm-hmm.
So like it makes sense on like why, because we're in the same position as well too. So like yeah, but
Hey, we're gonna get El Nene crazy. We're gonna get to Arsenal in a little bit. We'll bring that question back
here we
up
go.
because El Nene shout this early is nuts.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Shout out Yeah,
Hey,
shout out
shout out
Minecraft Smack.
Muhammad. He's African as well. ATF TV baby. Let's
Yeah.
go. But
Um,
yeah, man. But just to cap Chelsea, I think that there is a lot. Yeah, no, but I've been saying Ruben's been a baller, but no, I think there is a lot of positives that I've seen this year. Like especially just this year, but just just to echo what Gabriel said, this past game was poor. And this is and this I don't want to get too mad because I've already declared this year over, but this is why I've been frustrated with Chelsea in the past because this is a 10-man Burnley. This is it should never even be a doubt in my mind that we smack a 10-man Burnley by 3 goals at least. And I didn't even see anything of the sort this past weekend. So I just have to just readjust my my expectations every time I watch Chelsea again because I still have, the rust from from that 2021 Champions League. You know what I'm saying? I still got it on me. So it's like, damn, I gotta realize it's a whole
well,
different team now. But yeah, man. But
Crazy.
yeah, that was Rust. All right. Anyway. So the next game, the the next draw on our schedule here was Manchester United, away at Brentford. That's always tough. And a guy that he got his early shots early in this episode. Mason Mount, who we haven't seen all year, was almost the glory boy for United. But they
almost.
they didn't get their cookies and cake this weekend due to Brentford spoiling the party for the United at home and taking the point back at home. But
Mhm.
I don't know, Salam, take us through the match, and I guess you go 90 minutes with no goal, and then
Should
you
have
see
lost.
Mason Mount. You know what I'm saying? And then you see Mason Mount, and that's the thing. You go 90 minutes with no goal, but you guys had multiple times you could have been scored on. And then Mason Mount gets a goal, so you're probably thinking, all right, bet we just hit the ultimate smash and grab. Like
Yeah,
this is the craziest lick of all time, and then
yeah,
you get that point taken away. So
yeah.
just go through the match, I guess.
Yeah, man. I think I definitely echo what you said. I think when you watch that game, we have to consider ourselves very lucky that that game didn't end, 4-0.
Yes.
Considering the chances, not only just the chances that they were getting, but
Hit the
the qual-
post.
yeah, the quality of chances that they were getting. Um, Ivan Tony did his best job not to score that day because he
Mhm.
could have had a hat trick, and then even just had his assist on the goal was crazy to me. Everything that led up to it, I sent it to you guys. But
Hmm.
yeah, man. When Mason Mount scored, obviously, it was crazy because, like you said, Cornelius, the ultimate smash and grab for us to play the way that we did, concede the chances that we did, and for us to walk away at that moment up 1-0 was crazy away from home. You could tell that the team was definitely relieved. I think Mason Mount was relieved.
Great finish,
Um,
by the way.
it was a
Yeah.
great finish.
Great. Left foot.
But I think the true character of the team showed. So, I mean, yeah, I think it showed definitely because here you are up 1-0. You know what the situation is. That goal that we concede, we've conceded that same goal many times this season. So I'm not sure why we're conceding that. I don't really want to blame it on one person. Um, I really don't. I really don't. My question is like, and it's not like one person. It's just more of like a midfield issue. Like we always concede like that same ball that is like in the 18-yard box, like deep into the 18-yard box, almost out of bounds. It gets crossed the top of to the to the penalty dot, and it's like we concede that tap in there like every time, and I'm like, yo, this is April. Like, how are we still conceding that same goal? Like, is this at this point? Part of it is, you know, you have to question the coach in there. just because either what he's telling them um, is not correct because they're not correcting that same mistake, or the thing that I'm fearing is I feel as if like sometimes the players don't buy into the manager. And what these players have shown is when they don't buy into the manager, um, they'll get you out. And I just feel like on that goal, when you look at everything that transpired, when Ivan Toney gets that ball where he did, how is everybody look at everybody on the replay? Everybody's eyes are focused on the person with the ball. Nobody tracks the person. I didn't even know his name, the guy who scored. Nobody even tracks him. Mason Mount should have tracked him. I'm just saying because Harry Maguire had it covered. I don't know why he was where he was. Scott McTominay was right behind Harry Maguire, so we didn't really need Mason Mount kind of there. Had he just been on the guy, like we would have been fine. We walk away with that game with 3 points and a push for top four. But here we are. That loss really hurt for you know obviously because we were up 1-0, but it was just kind of like I feel as if we as a team, we can't enjoy these good moments. Mason Mount gets his first goal in the Premier League for United. You enjoy it for how many seconds? How many seconds? I stood up. I celebrated. I was still standing. I was in the living room, so you know where I was, bruh. Look at me dropping the water bottle. I just, but yeah, man, like um, but yeah, man. Young Trini here says the manager is not good enough. Playing Man City, hit in the middle. Who does nothing in 90 minutes, week after week? Nah, I mean, you know, like I said, I think that we have to question some of the coaching. Um, the subs that he made, it worked. Like it worked. Like he put in Mason Mount, the sub gets the goal, but we just can't finish the game, and it's just it's inconsistency. There's a lot of reports coming out saying that Ineos is not happy with the inconsistencies there. How do you show the performance that you showed against Liverpool and then come out the way you did against Brentford? I don't
I
think we
agree.
should. I don't think that we should even be really upset about the draw. I think what we really need to be upset about is when you watch that game back and you look at the chances that they missed. That game could have been a lot worse. Um, so I don't let
Yes.
I don't let like going up 1-0 blind me like kind of mislead me to thinking that like there's a difference between but a smash and grab and what happened on Saturday. But yeah, man, let's see if these
Yeah.
Ineos people really have the power that they do. Remove
Yeah.
some of these players
I just I just know that you guys should have lost. I
for
watched
sure.
that match with Yasser and I'm sitting here. Tony hit the post. He had a header off the post. Lisa hit the post.
Yeah,
Uh, I think they hit the post one more time. Like it's, you guys are lucky, man.
half of those
Lucky
chances
to,
right there are 2 goals right there.
yeah, lucky to escape with honestly with any points. I mean, I
Definitely
don't
lucky.
know.
Definitely lucky to escape. I was gonna ask if do you think your top four hopes are over?
Um, I wouldn't say over.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say over, just because I think the Premier League has a weird way of shaking out. I don't know, but I don't think that we should necessarily be out of it. I think that if we can string a few wins together, I think we're right back into the mix. As well as we have to see a lot of our competition. Like that Spurs game for us is going to be huge. Like that has to be
That's
a must
true.
win for us. If we don't win, that's the biggest game. If we don't win that game, then that's when I'll say that's over. Because if we can't beat the people that are competing with us in that position, then yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
man. Obviously, getting Champions League would be nice. For the new people that are coming in, a nice little boost, kind of going into the next season. But I just feel like this is an easy fix. If these niggas, I'm sorry, if these people have if these people have the power, if these people have the power that they have, that they say that they have, then it's an easy fix because we're basing it off of just what we see on the field.
So, all right. So, quick little sidebar.
Mm.
New Champions League, right? So it's a league format. The games are played on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah,
and it's random. So there's no more like, you know, how do I say what I want to say? I guess because games are played on Thursdays now in the Champions League, there's no more like benefit of being in the Champions League versus being in the Europa League
Europa
versus
League.
being in,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So not that it may, you still want to be in the highest competition because you're playing for the highest honors, but even getting European football now kind of it, there's an even playing field because you can get a Champions League draw where the game's on Thursday this week and there's a Europa League game on Tuesday this week, so it doesn't really matter,
yeah.
when or what tournament you're playing in. So, do you think that'll help, moving forward, that there's not so much stress just because the games are going to be all throughout the weeks now?
Nah, I think that's more stress on the players, but I mean, I think for wait, what are you asking? Like for in terms of our chances, or just in terms of the format?
Both.
Well, like I said, in terms of our chances,
Because now, like the fifth place, potentially fifth place in the Prem could go to Champions League still.
Fifth place will
yeah,
most likely go
I'm
to.
yeah. When I was talking to yeah, I mean yeah, I think that fifth place is definitely like attainable for us. Top four at this point is like
I should have said,
yeah,
yeah, I should have said top five. I should have said top five.
yeah, top five. Yeah, sorry, I was under the impression you were talking about top five. Top four is going to be tough because I'm looking at our games. I'm looking at the people that we have ahead. Um, top four is only split up by 3 points. Tottenham has a game in hand. Um, I guess so do we. But even if we win, that puts us at 51 points. I think that, like I said, man, I think that Tottenham game is really going to be what it is for me. But in terms of the new format, I think that it is kind of. I just feel like one of the small, advantages of playing in the Champions League was to get your game out of the way on Tuesday and Wednesday, have a little bit of rest, for maybe you get lucky and play on Sunday, but 9 times out of 10, if you play on Tuesday, you're probably playing on Saturday. But I just feel like now, like and then in the Europa League, they play on what Thursday, Sunday, so
Yeah,
what your schedule is there. So there's no like,
Yeah, or
no
Thursday.
surprises.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're playing within 72 hours. Okay, so but yeah, I just feel like it kind of takes away from like that's the benefit that we get from playing in the higher competition. I just feel like now it doesn't really matter. You're in the Europa League, you're in the Conference League. Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
game too. It's just like I don't know. I feel like long term it really um kind of waters down and saturates the competition because now the best players aren't really able to always necessarily play, which long term I just feel like these guys are just wanting the Super League. That's why they're adding all these games to show you that like, oh, we need a Super League. But that's just my opinion.
never gonna get off the Super League talk.
I don't know, it's not going anywhere. i
No,
i, I
it'll
promise
come
you.
back.
It
I promise
basically
you.
is the Super League. They're just keeping it called the Champions League.
No, bro, they're adding all these competitions to where like they're trying to make it to where like only the elite play, to where now every team has, is like Real Madrid. We have two teams, but you can't do that in UEFA because teams have to follow by certain financial fair play laws. Real Madrid doesn't. I don't know why, but like, but
A
again,
lot of teams don't. Let's
yeah,
leave
but
it
they
there.
don't like they. I feel like they. I mean, I don't know. Like they, I mean, I don't know. They must be in the green as far as like Like
They must
your
be.
credit is like crazy. You
They
know,
must be in the green. How many Champions Leagues do they have? They gotta
bro.
be.
Yeah, 14. I mean, yeah. It's just like, and they're only gonna get better. You already know Davies is, you know, being all timid all of a sudden too at Bayern. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I'm focused on this year. Yeah. Because next year we all know where you're going. Yeah. They're gonna be crazy. They're gonna be crazy next year, man. I can't man. We'll see.
Yeah, if Madrid's able to pull off all the heists they want to this summer,
Yeah.
it's going to be a long decade. But moving on in the Prem, we're moving on to Sunday here. Liverpool versus Brighton. With everything that's shaped up this weekend, let's talk about Liverpool for a second
Mm.
because they are currently in the driver's seat. So I'll ask you because obviously I want to ask Gabriel about Arsenal when we talk about them. But with Liverpool being in the driver's seat right now, do you think Klopp gets his fairy tale ending?
I think he doesn't. I think he doesn't. Because and I say he doesn't because I think um in a few positions I feel like they're very thin. Whereas like the team that we're about to talk about, Arsenal, I feel like even if they go down a piece, I think that the other players around them are stronger and more suitable to kind of, I guess, carry the responsibility. I guess more suited than if it was the same situation with the Liverpool players. I think that they have more depth in certain positions, and I just feel like with the quality of depth that Arsenal has, yeah, I feel like if they lose a piece, like they'll be all right. Whereas Liverpool, I feel like I think we could be approaching a point where they could be missing a piece or two, and I think that could hinder their chances going forward. Because they'll score, Liverpool will score, 100%. But the one thing that Liverpool have shown is that they can concede. They will. It's not even can. They will. They they will. So I just think when you think about the you know long term, like in with the format of how like the league standing goes, the one thing like we're not going to talk about it yet, but we said this before we started recording. The one thing that Arsenal showed me this weekend is that they can defend. Like if it comes down to just like, hey, you're just not gonna score. We may not score, but we're definitely not gonna keep. We're gonna keep you guys from scoring. They can defend. Liverpool can't do that. Liverpool will concede in the third minute. In the second, you can't win a title like that. I just feel like at that point, um, yeah. So to answer your question, no, I don't think he should get his fairy tale ending. No,
Okay.
it's not. It's not even about. I shouldn't. I don't want.
Me neither.
I just don't think he will.
No, I mean obviously I knew what Gabriel was how Gabriel was gonna answer. I just wanted to talk quickly. But we didn't have to talk about Liverpool. I just wanted to know if you thought this was enough, just the way things transpired this weekend, because clearly the big match, was Liverpool or Liverpool was Arsenal versus Man City
Yeah,
on Sunday, and 0-0 draw. Gabriel, like we were saying earlier, not all draws are created equal. Getting a draw at the Emirates, I guess, would be considered a strong 1 point in the column of points.
yeah.
So how does this draw shape up the rest of your season?
Um, yeah, it's unfortunate because I feel like, you know, we could have come away with a point, or not point, sorry, could have come away with the W. Um, at the same time, I feel like in some moments we were lucky to not get scored on. They could definitely have some chances. I feel like they had Nathan Ake header was definitely a full chance. And I feel like Holland trying to pass it back to Ruben Diaz and just completely whiffing was another complete chance. But outside of those two things, it was just chess. If I'm being completely honest, straight chess from two managers that know each other very well. And I know people are trying to paint this narrative of like, oh, eight center backs and six defensive mids and this and that and like,
Park the bus.
oh, we just wanted to like, but I mean, if you really think about it, this is how we've been playing all. Both teams have been playing all season. Both teams have been playing with four center backs virtually. All of our center backs are versatile enough to either play in a right back role or a center back role. Um, so I really don't know what they wanted us to do. And especially for even for Arsenal, I mean, we didn't start Partey. Gabriel was coming off an injury, so we started Jesus on the wing, Kai Havertz up top. Like, who else are we going to start? Jorginho. I mean, he's a more experienced player, and he started playing well against Liverpool. So I don't really know what people wanted, but this is a this is a match of straight tactics, and this is how these matches are going to go. If I'm being completely honest, it's straight tactics. We set up. I've never seen. I'm not saying never, but we Arsenal set up completely different defensively than we have all season, and it's because both teams know that the quality is there from both sides. So you have to deny certain things, or else you're going to get beat. And that's what we did. I think that's what both teams did at the end of the day. And people could say, "Oh, we got dominated. You parked the bus." No, we didn't. If you truly sit there and watch the match, stats will say different thing because City, yeah, they have all these passes, they have the possession and this and the third. But if you really sit and watch the match, City City passed around on the top of the D in our half, all pretty much the first 45 minutes. But all right, bro. But like they didn't really have any possession in our attacking third to the point where it was truly threatening until maybe the second half. Um, and it was just great defensively. Holland didn't do a thing. Holland once again silent against Gabriel and Saliba. Can't speak enough for my center backs. It was a top performance for my team. If I'm being completely honest, and um, I feel like we could have done better in moments. I feel like we could have definitely stolen the goal from Trossard to Gabriel Martinelli at the end. I feel like he should have just played it across. But you know, I can't be mad. I think we should have come with the win, but we got a point. I'm happy with the point. We've gotten 8 points off of Liverpool and City this season. Arteta is the first manager to not lose to Pep and Klopp in one season in the Prem. Only manager to do that while they're there. So I can't really be upset. I mean, the best team in the world. We got a point away from home. Hard fought. Take it and move on. It's unfortunate that Liverpool now has a 2 point lead, but we just have to hope that one team slips up. All we need is 1 point. All we need is for them to get a draw because we have the goal differential. So if we just keep continuing to take care of business, I think Liverpool will eventually drop some points somewhere. So
That game versus Liverpool, is that home or away for you guys?
we don't play Liverpool.
Oh, you're done playing them,
No, we beat them and drew them this season.
but you play us away,
Yeah,
and then
we have
you played Chelsea yet?
we play no, we play still have to play Chelsea. We have to play you. And we have to play Spurs away. So
Mm, 3 big away
yeah,
games.
yeah, we still have matches. To play. The races isn't over. All of us still have to play some tough matches and tough teams. So we just have to continue to just take care of business week by week. And like I said, I've been saying this all season. We got a little taste of what it felt like to be first, and it felt good. But I like that we're chasing. I like that we have to chase it. And I feel good. I feel good. I feel really good. So no complaints here.
Thoughts on Bukayo Saka's performance?
Wasn't good. Poor. It was very poor. Um, there's nothing much else to say about it. I mean,
Hopefully he's healthy because
yeah, I don't. I think maybe this injury was a little bit more serious than we thought. Um, but I think given the stature and the nature of the match, he felt he needed to start. But I mean, a very very poor performance. Um,
but he didn't play at the international break, right?
he left
No, he
early
didn't.
because of an
He
injury.
left. And that's why
So
yeah. Hmm.
and I thought it was just they want to save him for the City match, but maybe the injury was more serious. I don't know. But either way, very if you're starting, he did what he needed to do defensively, but offensively didn't really provide much. Right? Just didn't really provide much at all. So yeah, no, I feel like we could have done better in moments, man. I feel like when Nathan Ake went off and Nico Williams or Nico Lewis came on, I feel like we didn't take advantage of that moment because the right side was completely open. All of our chances started coming from our not our right side, but City's right side. Our all the chances were coming from our left side, and even the chance that Trossard had, late in the match, if Martinelli's on that side, I think he gets in on goal. Just don't think Trossard has that pace and doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. All about margins, but like I said, I'm not upset. I can't be upset. You know,
Damn. Yeah, because
we, we we didn't lose to the two teams we're in a race in, so we did our jobs on that front. So I can't be that.
I just looked at the results from both Premier League days, Saturday and Sunday. Um, all the home teams um got at least 8 point. Most of them got ties or wins, and then none of the away teams won. I just feel like that.
Hmm.
I saw a tweet saying something that there's some sort of correlation between like all the games of the international break and like the lack of rest and like you come back. They said that you come back from international break. It's a short week of training. You go back into your first week of league of games, and I don't know. Apparently, that's a lot of stress on the away teams, but no away teams won this past weekend.
I mean, I could see that. Just having to travel, I could see that.
I just thought it was interesting.
I think there's a direct correlation there.
But I was just saying that to say because like Saka didn't even play. Like Rashford didn't even play. I mean, he looked. I mean, he always looks tired, but he didn't. That's why I was just like, why are these guys as if like we have no energy? I don't know.
Conor Gallagher looked like Conor Gallagher.
Conor Gallagher, I think, played. Yeah, he played a little
He
bit.
played. He played. He played.
He played both games.
Mm,
Yeah, I know because Kobe
in,
Mainoo came on.
for the national team, I know he played in one for sure.
Yeah, he played in one for sure because Kobe Mainoo
I don't
came
know. I
on.
don't remember if he played in both.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah.
I don't know.
I will
But
say this.
anyway.
I
But
will say
yeah,
this
I
one
mean,
thing though.
yeah, because I mean, with Arsenal, I feel like because what's the rest of your schedule like? You say you see Tottenham, you see
I
Chelsea,
mean,
and you
We see Luton next. Wednesday at home. So I think it'll be we should get a win there, and then we see Brighton after that, and
Mm.
then well, actually we see Brighton after that, and then Champions League. So it's a busy week for us. We have no time to really sulk
Brighton,
in the
Bayern.
draw. Or
oh,
Bayern, sorry, Bayern
Well, you got the
in
real
Champions League.
Bayern. You got the real.
yeah,
Yeah,
You got
but
the
we see
real
big
Brighton,
Bayern
B's,
Munich.
Brighton,
big
and then
B's,
Bayern.
Yeah, Brighton Munich. No. You got the
big
Bayern Munich.
B's,
Yeah.
big B's.
You
Nah,
got the
so
So
Bayern boss.
I want to ask you. I want to ask your take on something I heard over the weekend. I don't know if it was Tim Howard or one of the analysts on TV. They said that out of the top three teams right now in the race, they said so Liverpool they're in Europa League and they're obviously in the race, the title race. And if push comes to shove, obviously with Klopp, this being his last year, they all believe the Klopp would go for the league. With United or with City, they've won the league 4 times. If push comes to shove, they'll probably go for the Champions League to do the two-peat there. And I forgot exactly how he phrased it, but he said, but with Arsenal, they're kind of in that weird spot where they're in second place. They're still gunning for the league, obviously, but they also have a tough draw in the Champions League, so they're kind of going for both. And I forgot who said it, but he thought that would be, Arsenal's downfall in the end because of, you know, the high level that they have to be to play Bayern, and then just how they have to sustain this level of play through the end of the year. Do you necessarily agree with that, or do you see some truth to that, or what's your take on that? Because I thought it was interesting. I didn't necessarily agree all the way with it, but I thought it was an interesting take on why he thought Liverpool would win the league and kind of how he broke that down.
I mean, sure, yeah, there's some truth to that, but we've seen other teams do it, so why can't we? We've seen teams quadruple, we've seen teams win trebles, we've seen teams go for it all and do it. So why can't we go do it or attempt to go do it? And why can't it be done? So that's my response. I think we can win both. I think we have a fair chance in winning both. So sure, I mean, go ahead. I think all the teams are going to take all these matches seriously. So you think like I don't know. You think Liverpool's just going to lay down on Europa? Like I don't know. I don't know what that. I don't know. I mean, I guess I see what he's. I can like see his side. I can see where he's coming from. But come on, bro. We literally just saw trouble last year. So
But do you think in your situation though, with
we have the depth now. No,
yeah, but I mean,
we
I
have the depth now.
okay,
We,
I'm just
we we
saying
have
like
we
someone
have
like
multiple players in every position now, and players are just now coming back off of injury. Now, currently, Partey just got back. Tomiyasu just got back. Um, you know, Timber should be back this month. Like
yeah,
we pretty much have a full squad. So no, I don't. No,
I
I
mean,
don't agree with him. I don't feel that way. I think we have an equal chance in both competitions right now, and we're going to go out there and perform every week. Simple as that.
okay, so you got Luton and Brighton. Okay, so we'll be back before the Bayern game.
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
we'll be back here before the Bayern game.
I think
Okay,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
because I don't think Saka's gonna play, or he may not start. I'm just saying because the one thing that Arteta,
Saka needs to rest this match. Luton, Saka needs to sit down. He doesn't need to start 30 minutes. Let him get a nice cameo 25 minutes. Saka needs to sit down. I think Saturday against Brighton, he needs to get 60 minutes, 65 minutes. We need to win quick. Sit him down,
that's a
and
way.
then
That's a way.
100%. But we need to talk. Listen, we know who we are. Like
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah.
let's just be real. Like we're the best defense in the league. We know who we are. We play great away. Like I think Saka needs to get 60 minutes there, good, and then Champions League be ready to play 98 minutes. Like we understand the job and the position that we're in and what we're trying to do.
Bro,
Now we just can't go do it.
I'm literally looking at the schedule because I'm just like, wow, like these guys literally play every like 4 days. It's crazy. Like
Yeah,
April 3rd, April 6th, April 9th. Because then and like you get so you have Luton away, Luton at home, Brighton away. You have Bayern Munich at home. In a span of 9 days, you got what, yeah, 3 games.
it's nothing that none of our teams have done. We've all had 3 games in 7 days or 9 days or whatever the case may be.
No, no, no. Yeah, but I'm just like I'm just kind of like kind of just quantifying like your season at this point, because then like the next three, because you have
That's a
low
lot
right.
of our seasons right now. Like City has to do the pretty much the same thing.
Yeah,
Liverpool
I
the
know.
same
But we're
thing.
talking.
So it's like,
We're talking about you guys, and you guys are in the title race. So I'm
and
just
so are
saying
they.
that.
So that's my point. Like we're
Now,
all
City's not
doing
winning the
it.
title. City's not winning the title.
We're
It's
all.
between you guys and Liverpool.
It doesn't listen. I don't care what you guys say. We're all doing the same thing. So what when he phrases it like that, like, oh, they might prioritize. Like, you don't know what. We all have to play these matches. Salah's gonna have to play these matches. Nunez is gonna have to play. Like,
Yeah.
you think they're just gonna play academy kids in Europa now? Like, no. So I'm not like I don't agree with the statement. That's where I stand. I don't agree with the statement.
But what
We're
is the
all gonna
statement?
have to be playing for everything.
What
And
is the statement?
the statement that Tim Howard said, oh, Arsenal will be fighting for both, and that'll be their downfall. We're all fighting for everything. So
Well,
I don't mind. I don't agree with it. It is what it is.
And
And
I'm not
we're
trying to put that
goalies, bro.
on Tim Howard jacket because I don't remember if it was exactly him, but it was some I heard this weekend. One of the malice.
No, I know exactly who it is. It was Tim Howard, and I
Oh, it's
don't
Timmy.
care.
All right, yeah, all right, then we all right. Yeah, nah, I mean, I'm gonna say it.
I
Tell
don't.
us if it was Timmy. It was Timmy. I just forgot who it was.
Yeah, no, I don't care about any of that. So no, we move. We got a point. We'll see Luton in what 2 days on Wednesday.
yeah. What about this one?
No, what's up, bro? Appreciate you, reaching out.
Yeah.
But no, we were not missing on any impact anywhere. He shouldn't be anywhere near the pitch on that day.
He's praying.
I love El Neni, love him to death.
That's
I just
crazy.
want to be completely honest, love him to death. But no, that match was too much for El Neni. To answer your question, Minecraft swagger. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Let's get into predictions.
I'll go 5-0 Luton.
Wow. 5
5
nil
nil
has
Clean
to
sheet.
be
It should be a clean
Trossard,
sheet.
Martinelli, Havertz, Odegaard. It's gonna be one of
I,
those days.
I,
Everyone
I
gets a little.
yeah. Everyone gets to take some frustration out. We get to be on the ball. You know, we were on the ball
Is this
28% of the match last match. So good to be on the ball. We get to play our football. I expect us to do well. And then Brighton away, 2-1, 3-1. Get out of there. Actually, no, 2-0, 2-0. Get out of there. Get out of there.
question for you? Is Saliba and Gabriel the best center back pairing in the world right now in Europe?
I think so. Yes. I mean, I've been saying this for time now, but now that we tied City and everyone's talking about them defensively now, it's a question. I've been saying this all
Mm,
season. Been saying
I'm
this
glad.
all season.
I'm glad Gabriel's getting his respect.
I've been saying this for time now. Now people just want to bring it up, but I've been saying this for a little bit now. These two are tip top. Put them up there with anyone. They'll lock up your favorite nine. Your favorite nine is getting locked up every match. Maybe on the wings you might get us, and not even on Ben White's side. Maybe on the left side you might get us, but down the middle, through the middle of the park, through Declan Rice, Gabriel and Saliba,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
but they also look good because of him too.
No, I agree,
'Cause He's
10,000%.
he's yeah,
But that three right there, we talk about the spine. That three,
yeah.
yeah, nah, you're not getting through. Sorry.
You got Raya in there. You got Raya and well, you don't really have like your striker. Once you guys get your striker, whoever that
Come
is,
on, where's my boy at, man?
yeah.
Oh
But
shit!
yeah,
Oh
who do y'all
shit!
who do y'all play, Cornelius?
You know we see y'all
Oh
like
yeah, let's save ours. Let's save ours. Let's save ours. Hold on. Who does
there's only
Liverpool
us
play?
left.
Nah, who does Liverpool play? Who does Liverpool play?
Let me see.
Liverpool plays. Um, Liverpool plays
They play Sheffield
Sheffield and
and then they
United.
play y'all.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So you think that they'll beat Sheffield?
Yeah, no, I mean Sheffield. It's crazy. Sheffield plays us after we like they going through the ringer.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
so I mean, yeah, so Liverpool sees Sheffield, which is a dub, and they see you guys. We see you guys, and then obviously you'll see Liverpool after. So
Yeah. I'll give you the double. Well, I'll go first with the Man United Chelsea one. I think I've always said um usually when it comes down to like the matchups, it's always about form. Whenever Manchester United play Chelsea, it's never about form. We'll always beat Chelsea. So this is actually going to be my lock of the week, my GRG versus Chelsea Football Club. I think we beat Chelsea away from home. And then at home is Liverpool. That
Bro, just
one is
get a point. Just get a point, please. Please, bro, just get a point. That's
I
all I
think
ask.
I think the thing is I think we're gonna get 4 points this weekend. I don't think that we're gonna get the possible six. So this is the game
Yeah.
that I think that we'll draw away from home. Again, it could be a situation where we're up 1-0 at Old Trafford, and you know we we concede the way we concede. Shout out Rajat. Yep, because yeah, Chelsea. Nah, yeah, I got Rajat with me now. What's up? We are definitely not losing to you guys. Like I told you, because you remember the last time we played you guys.
remember this on wax.
Remember the last time that we played you guys? It was the same situation. We were in a poor run of form, right? I think we had, you know, no,
Are you
not,
calling GRG?
I did already.
No. Oh,
I did.
okay.
This is my lock of the week, guys.
I can't,
We,
can't wait to
we,
come back next week.
we will be
I
we
can't wait to
will
come back next week.
we will beat Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, you know
You're
what I'm
nice.
saying?
What you got?
So yeah, we see United first. I think it'll be a draw. We just haven't been consistent enough, but
Mm,
we clearly can score goals. So I think this will be one of those like 2-2 draws, as we've done with the top four, top six all year. And then we see Sheffield over the weekend at Sheffield. I just need to get a win there. So I think that'll be like 2-1 because I think we'll concede, but I think we'll have enough to beat them, even though it's an away match, and we kind of shrink away. But I say 2-1 over at Sheffield over the weekend.
mm, okay. Yeah, I'm glad we get our tough games out the way now because I can't wait to that Spurs and Arsenal game. North London's gonna be good to us. Manchester wasn't, but North London,
Listen, Salam. Salam. Please, bro. I will send you a bottle. Please, just get a point.
yeah.
Just get a point. The
Nah, man,
next time you go to that store, you know the
yeah,
store. Next time you go to that
yeah,
store,
yeah,
I got something for you, bro.
yeah,
Please, just
yeah.
get a point.
Nah, yeah. No, I think like last time, it's favorable. It's favorable.
Goodbye.
One of these games is favorable. I'm just saying. But yeah, man. Um, shouts out for you guys.
Oh,
Who
oh,
did City
oh.
play? Did the City play anybody crazy? Because
Um,
Lord knows, I
honestly, don't
mean,
know. They might drop points after this week. Honestly, they play Villa. They play Villa on Wednesday, and then Crystal Palace away on Saturday. They're gonna drop points.
or I would love it. Aston Villa loss right here. That would be huge
Yeah,
for
no,
them.
they're gonna drop points
Mm.
somewhere.
But
Also, I do want to say my lock of the week: Arsenal v Luton. Not even taking money line. Take -2.5.
oh
If you're
damn,
feeling
two
frisky,
and a
take
half. Wow, two and a half.
if you're feeling frisky, take -3.5. The odds will
Wow,
probably be in your favor. And if you're really feeling crazy and you have a home run parlay, go -4.5.
wow. I don't know who is just if you hit if you hit that, then if you're even thinking that, yo, you
And
deserve
then
it.
yeah, then DM us the ticket. So because that's
Nah,
a,
yeah,
I might put it in. Arsenal minus 4.5.
minus yeah,
You
yeah.
heard it here first.
Arsenal minus 4.5. They might,
Heard it here
yeah,
first.
score 5-0 and then concede in the 93rd minute. That's Man United. What? Yeah, man. But yeah, you guys got any shouts out?
Oh,
My shout out is Kobe Mainu, England international.
I like that guy.
Came on, and as Garrett Southgate said, offer the team something that no one else can give them. So I think he's a shoe-in to be a starter at the Euros. I think it has to be him, Bellingham, and Rice because Foden for Southgate is an attacker. So on the wide areas, I don't know.
Mm. Oh, I do have a shout out. Shout out Gabriel Saliba. That's my
Mm.
shout out.
shout out Cold Palmer and
Mm.
also shout out
Raheem.
Leverkusen. Also shout out Leverkusen. They still have this,
Oh yeah, for sure.
They
this
won it in the last 10 minutes. Crazy.
yeah, I mean they just have the I mean if they end up going in the Europa League and in Bundesliga on untouchables
Invincible.
or yeah, invincibles, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean they might have to call them untouchables because to do it in two separate leagues is crazy.
yeah,
Not to lose in either all year. I've just kind of just been monitoring them all year. I've been saying this at the beginning of the year. This team is gross, and this team is still continuing to just win. So shout out to them, man.
bro. Yeah, because
Thomas
they
Tuchel said it's over in the league. He said it's a
Oh,
wrap.
well, I'm glad he realized that because
We've been realized
it's been
that.
over for a while, Thomas. You can go
Tommy
home,
two time
which is sad because I feel like that situation there. I mean,
dissolved.
just didn't really work out. You got rid of Nagelsmann the way you did because you're adamant about getting this guy, and now it's like, interesting situation Bayern's in. I actually think you guys will knock them out, but
I
next
think
round.
Arsenal got a good chance.
No, yeah, Arsenal's are much better, especially if Saka comes back and is healthy.
Yeah,
It starts with this weekend. Well, I mean, it starts with how injured he is or healthy he is. But I mean, yeah, man. Um, yeah. Well, all right, guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You guys' support, really appreciate you guys tuning in, commenting, liking, subscribing. Thank you.